Alrighty, now it's time to actually get started with Perplexity. I'm going to take you through the basics on setting it up, getting your account running. Let's do it. First, go to Perplexity AI. Link in description. You're going to go over to the left and hit sign up. It's a nice big old blue button. There's a few ways you can sign up. Google, Apple, you can put in a phone. I like to just do Google normally, but for this example, I already have an account, so we're just going to use a different email. I'm going to hit continue with email and paste that in. All right, it says check your email. You're going to need to go to that email and verify it. Sign in. So now you are simply logged into Perplexity. You are on the free account. You're totally able to use everything on the free account. There is another level to it, but hey, you can get started. When you first visit Perplexity AI, you're going to notice a clean screen. This is very similar to Google, and to be honest, you can kind of treat it as Google from the beginning. The main area is this search bar right below Ask Questions, Trust the Answers. I kind of like that. Simple as that right here. We can try it out just for real quick. I'll show you what a quick example is. So it'd be like, what are the new Open AI LLMs all about? And boom, just that fast. So let's talk about what happened and now what is kind of on the screen based on that search results. It's kind of overwhelming, but it's actually very simpler. So in the beginning, we have sources. These are all the different websites and YouTube videos that it went through to answer that question. So on this one, for instance, you can see that we have about like 5 sources, and you can actually click on them, you can go to them, and you notice it even grabbed it from one YouTube video. That's this on the right. So you know that part of that answer is something that this guy created, which is super cool, but then you can also click on that YouTube video and it'll take you into it to where that answer is kind of coming from. But it also just allows Perplexity to have a lot more transparency, what I like, because like with a GPT, you never really know where those answers are coming from. I find that very important. And then it just allows for deeper exploration. You can click on one of these and dive deeper if you found an article to be interesting, or you want to just pull more information on it, or you just want to check it. It allows you to dive super deep into it, which I love. All right, going down, looking at the answer. What I really like about it too is every time it says something, so like this bullet point, this is the little number you can click, it'll pull you to that source. So not only did it say it at the top, but every time it references it, you can always click it. So this is where it pulled it from, literally from ChatGPT's website, which is always good. So you can always, go back and look at that and get more context if need be and see if it really answered it right, or maybe you want to dive a little deeper into that specific article. So a couple more things to note about this. Scrolling down, here are a couple key things. You can edit your query. What that means is you can literally just go back in and change the question you asked. Maybe you didn't like the answer. Maybe you want to add something. Maybe you just realized you framed it wrong. You can go in, edit, hit save. It'll automatically redo the search based on how you edit it. I'm not going to do that right now, but that's how you would do that. Also, down here, you can just simply copy this. This will just copy it to your clipboard, so you can go paste it in an email or your notes app or wherever you want to take this information. I oftentimes copy it and I'll start putting it into something like Claude and then do something else with that information. That's an easy way to do that. Then if you take a look at these 3 little dots on the side, this is how you're going to report any inaccuracies. If you don't like the response or it didn't do it right, you can say, hey, I want to report this, and that tells Perplexity to not do that again. It helps it train it. It's really cool. Then you can also hit view sources, which is another powerful thing. Maybe you don't want, CNET right here. You don't like that source. You don't trust CNET. What you can do is actually just click on it, and you can do multiple at once. Hit remove source, and what it'll do is redo that search, excluding that. Very powerful as well if for some reason you don't want any info from a specific company. So then going down again, another thing you can do is simply rewrite it. Maybe you don't like the language, but you like where it pulled the information from. You can hit rewrite, and that'll simply rewrite it. And then you can choose what maybe other LLM to use for that rewrite. Like for instance, I always use Opus. I like the writing of it. That is a pro one, but you can always switch it up here. Definitely recommend getting the pro, but you don't have to. And then there's also share button. It allows you to copy the link. You can send this to any colleagues if they want to join on your Perplexity searching and see what you're doing. Another really cool feature is Perplexity allows you to ask follow-up questions. And what I really like is sometimes I don't even know what I should follow up with and like what question to ask. There's a related tab down here. So what is the difference between OpenAI and Open LLMs? How can LLMs be used in natural language processing? These are all great questions that literally you can just click and now it'll do that search. It knows what we already searched. Now it's doing more search. And so you're getting better and better honed in answers. All right, so this is really honestly the main features of it. There are more pro features. There are way more advanced ways to use it. But this is kind of the basics. Just starting to use Perplexity instead of Google, you're already going to have so many benefits. It's so much better. So I recommend really just stop here, make sure you're using it if you haven't already, and just practice, play with it. Just do anything you would do in Google, do it here. We have more advanced modules that you're going to get into, but just start here, play with it, get used to it.